Hello, what is going on, people? So here I'm going to go explain my code for solving this problem called Meeting Planner. Now the reason why I'm going to explain my code is because I tried solving this problem straight up, and it took me like 20 or 30 minutes, or 20 minutes. I basically had a little small mistake in my reasoning, so I couldn't quite get this simplified solution, but this is a very good solution, so I'm going to go over it. I wish I could have done it in my original video that I was going to record, but I messed up that video. It was too long in my opinion, to be able to do this. I guess you do get 30 minutes on an interview. I didn't really give myself 30 minutes to solve it, but we're going to go over how this solution works here though, because really this min-max thing, and just keeping track of my pointers, I got messed up on. So let's say you have a pointer here, and you have a pointer here. So we take our base example that we're given, and okay, by the way, what we want to do is we want to find an overlap between these two slots, and we want that overlap to have the duration of 8. So what my code does is I'm going to run a while loop while this pointer to my slot A is less than the length of slot A, and while this pointer is less than the length of slot B. That way, basically, once this gets to the end, the pointer gets to the end of the slot, it's going to end, and maybe it's going to return none. Okay, so here's the strategy. So what I did was I get my end and my start. So I want to find, okay, well, when I look at these two values here, what would be, well, let's think about the start. What would be my start time where they could overlap? It's the max between these, right? Like, they don't start overlapping at 0 because slot A doesn't start till 10. So they overlap at 10. Now, I know that's a bit of a naive assumption, because what if there's no overlap? Like, what if this is 9, And when you'll say, okay, well, my start time would be 10. Well, okay, my start time is still 10, because if they were to overlap, it would be at after 10. And then what would happen is, when we get the end time, we look at the min, we would get 9. So it wouldn't pass this case here, where basically this case is just checking that when you take the end minus the start, that it's greater than or equal to the duration, which is 8 here or something. I guess this one's 8. In addition, for this, because this one is smaller than this, we're going to want to move this pointer. So think about that. We always want to move the pointer that has a smaller end time, because we want to increase its end time. If we increase its end time, the duration might work. I guess I'll go back to 15 here. It still moves this pointer though. Now here, what we're going to do is we'll get the start time again. The start time is going to be 60, and the end time is going to be 50. So obviously there's no overlap, because it's negative. And so then we're going to move this pointer, because this end time is smaller than this end time. And in order to get an overlap, we're going to need to increase this end time. So we do that. And now we compare these two. And this time the end time is 70 and the start time is 60. So that we get an overlap. And we return based from the start plus D. Run test so that I can look at, so that I can look at another example maybe just one more example. Run test. Let's see an interesting test. I've already seen something that looks like that. I guess let's look at this one. This one looks like it's longish. Alright, so these are what we have. So we have A, and we have B. So our pointer starts here, and our pointer starts here. It compares, so it gets the max and the min, which is 15 minus 10, which is 5, so it's too small. Compares the ends. This end is smaller, so let's move this one. Here again, we get the end time is 50, but the start time is 60, so that's not good. Move this one because the end time for slot A is smaller than the end time for slot B. And when we're here, we get the overlap that we want because we get a start time of 60 and we get an end time of 72, which is equal to 12. So we're done. Okay, so that's how that code works. So I just went over the algorithm.